Miss. Stop.
This is super fun. It seems like a fun kind of research to do.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay. So again, instruction is we're just gonna go through Brain FM functional music app, improves focus, go through the sign up process, and then tell me how you feel at each point. We're gonna use a think and feel protocol. So again, just express everything you feel at each moment and completely explorative environment. Cool.
Okay. So, like I said, I use white noise for sleeping and for focusing. So I'm a bit skeptical that some kind of like fancy science AI brainwave music is going to really change that experience for me, but I could be wrong. Yeah, the graphic is cute. Kind of wish that it wasn't like a white dude. And yeah. Also, I wonder why these things are bouncing. This checklist is bouncing. I guess that's to like make you realize that you can be getting things done. Maybe it was just like sitting still, but then there were still like checkmark animations. I don't know. Anyway, so try 5 free sessions. Okay, so when I did this sign-in process earlier, then yeah, the color scheme was appealing. The text was super clear. Instructions were super clear. Didn't know whether I should put like a nickname, my real name, my first and last name for the first text field. But yeah, otherwise that was pretty simple. Right, and then the upgrade thing was sort of like the first thing I noticed. And then you also asked about like the 5 free sessions, and I hadn't really like registered that it was there because it's so like it looks like very like integrated into the app. It doesn't look like a promotion. Like for me, like a promotion would be like something like orange and with brighter colors, like it was on the previous screen.
And what did you recommend that we put something like this? Put the 5 free session because you didn't see it?
Yeah, maybe up like somewhere near the upgrade.
Somewhere near here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That also, this is like where you can change your account, right? So yeah, I don't know. Right, and then you're looking at this little talk bubble. I thought maybe it was like customer support or something, but it's sort of answers to sort of just explaining the product. Yeah, science, whatever science. Okay, so then, right, so I tried focus and then I tried sleep because those are the two things that I use white noise for anyway, so I wanted to compare.
You don't have to experience this part because we went through it before. Just tell me like the summary of
Sure. Yeah, so I don't do quotes, so quotes aren't really doing it for me, but I guess it makes sense that they're there. Anyway, right, so there's sort of this sideways figure 8 that at first I thought was like a shuffle button, and then there was like the word infinity here, and I thought infinity was like a track, but I guess that's actually the setting. Yes. Right, so then I was just like, what? This is like a shuffle, but like where's my playlist, etc., etc. Sort of skipped around. Oh, and then home and more music and settings all make sense. I'm not really sure what the learn function does. I haven't really checked that out. What else did I think here?
You thought that back in the main menu, you thought that, okay, well, there's already a focus function. Why is there a learn function? Right? You said that they look kind of similar in ways. Okay.
Okay, so I think that was everything here.
Cool.
Right, and then sleep. So I think I did the actual sleep one, and I went for 6 hours. Right, and then there's these pro tips, and it says that I should use them with sleep phones, and I don't know what those are. Are those just like soft little earphones that I would use when I'm listening to my white noise anyway, or are there sleep phones out there on the market?
And how do you normally use white noise?
Normally, I use white noise with these, and I just stick them in my ear, and that's it. I wouldn't, but it's not super comfortable to sleep with that, and I'm always happy when it's quiet enough that I don't have to use them.
But when you use white noise, it's for what purpose?
It's just to block out noise, because I sleep best when it's quiet, and I'm sort of like a light sleeper, so I just need to like block out the noise on the street because I'm on the first floor of my apartment. I mean, I would probably, for sleeping music, I wouldn't want to do something that uncomfortable. I would want to like play it on a speaker or something, depending on if that would disturb other people sleeping in the house or the room or not.
So what's like an example of a scenario that you'd use something like this, for example, on a speaker?
I don't know, because I just use white noise because I need quiet to sleep. I don't need like some special track that usually doesn't work for me so well. But like as I was listening to the music and as we were talking, then I did sort of feel like some sort of like shift in my body, and it felt like the music was like going like deeper and like resonating. So that was kind of cool. So I would sort of maybe listen to this track again, not while I'm sleeping, but for something else, and see what happens, because it's kind of some interesting sounds.
How often do you use white noise, by the way?
Like now, living in the place that I do now, like every night. When I was living in my last apartment in Toronto, or like even in Steglitz, because it was so quiet there, I didn't use white noise at all.
And now you use it very often, like you said, to block out noise in the streets. Is there like a specific track that you're in love with that you use every night that you're comfortable with? It's
called cabin back noise. I think it's supposed to sound like an airplane, but it's just like it's a very low sound, because like some white noise is just like it's really high and like grating, but like sort of like the bassier it is, the better.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, like the last track that I was listening to was like quite bassy, and so maybe it was enjoyable. Not for
And you use the same track very often, or you explore different tracks?
No, if I find one that works, I just use it. Like for a while, I think once I tried like a thunderstorm in the jungle track, but even that was too like noisy.
Yeah, there's too much going on.
Yeah.
Too hectic. Okay. And so, what is like a bedtime ritual look like? That includes like the experience of white noise. What does that look like?
I mean, I just have my phone beside me, and when I think I'm sort of like about to fall asleep, so like after I've like finished watching Netflix and I think like, okay, it's time to go to bed, then I just I put in my earphones and then I turn on the white noise track and I loop it, and then I might still like play on my phone for a while, like doing a crossword or like looking at Instagram or something, but like the noise, because like if I fall asleep and then something wakes me up, then I get like really like irritable. So I just know that like I have to not be woken up. So if I would go to sleep without the earphones in, without the white noise in, then there would be like the danger of me being woken up by like somebody shrieking to their friend on the street on their way to the club or something. And then I would be mad, and then I wouldn't be able to go to sleep.
So it's like it has to, when you start getting drowsy, you put headphones on, or you put headphones on to get drowsy?
No, when I start getting drowsy, I put the headphones on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's like it's like reflexive almost. Like it's like a.
It is by now, yeah.
Wow, interesting. I didn't, like my experience with white noise is like actually the opposite. Not the opposite, but I use it to get into that state rather than I use it when I'm in that state. Interesting. Okay. And anything else we can explore about that use of white noise that you can share?
Right, and then I also use it for like working. So if I'm at if I'm in a cafe, usually the music is too loud or it has like lyrics and I can't concentrate. So then I would put in like headphones for white noise. Same even at a library, like people coughing. Like I'm just very sensitive to noise. So if there's people like eating a snack or like sneezing, I'm just like, oh my god. So yeah, these the white noise keeps me calm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Dope.
Okay.
I think that's everything, right?
Sure. Yeah, we just.
You said relax. You had confusion here between like the different like what's meditation and what's quick relax.
I mean, I was just sort of like curious what the difference would be. And then you were also talking about like people aren't really using this with headphones in, or they're not using it how you want them to use it. And then I had said that I mean, like the way that it's presented is not like sort of like a scientific regimen that you have to follow. It's more present. They say like it says like pro tips. So I'm just like, okay, if I do this, maybe I will have like a slightly better experience of this. But like really, I have like quite a lot of flexibility, and it's up to me. And like this is just another sort of like noise track, like ASMR or something like that. And but yeah, like it's not. I think if you want people to use it in a very specific way, like maybe like foreground like the science of it, and this is how it's really supposed to be used, and you won't like feel some kind of transformative result within 10 minutes if you don't use it with headphones in or like as it's otherwise sort of meant to be listened to.
Okay, so to summarize that, you said it was the pro tips makes it feel like it's just a suggestion.
Yeah, tips sounds like a suggestion
rather than like something incredibly important. And then results within 10 minutes. How did that appeal to you? Like, what was your understanding reaction to this idea?
Curiosity. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to sit there and like start working on something for 10 minutes and then see how I felt differently. Like yeah, and like some skepticism. I'm just like, okay, like music is gonna make me feel different. Is that really gonna happen? But yeah, but I'm also just like, sure, if music is supposed to put me in a different state in 10 minutes, like that would be cool. So yeah, like a mix of more curiosity than cynicism, I would say, but like a mix.
Okay. And
skepticism, sorry.
And that skepticism, what about this experience so far produces that skepticism to you? And that could be very wide-ranging, from like the design to the UI to the idea itself to your relationship with the idea. It could be like very open-ended question here. Like what produces skepticism? Or it could even be the process of me presenting it to you. That even could be, again, I'm just going to stop.
No, I don't think so. I mean, like, I think it's just like AI is super hot. And so if you're doing this like fancy AI thing, I'm just like, how do I know this is not just like some cool marketing thing? Yeah, and then I think otherwise it was just and then because I just use white noise with quite good results normally, then I'm just like I have something that already works for me. And then and then I mean like there's just like a white programmer looking guy on the splash page, whatever you call it. And then like the pro tip is like from Einstein, just like, well, how many more like white men does there need to be in this app? But like that's probably the product of my training, because I've been doing like anthropology for the last 3 years. So I'm just like gender, social inclusion, everything. Like that's sort of the first thing that comes to mind for me with those things anyway. So I don't know if that would for most people.
Yeah, that's some good background context to provide. Into like, where you come from. Cool. Okay, I'm satisfied.
Cool.